What's up, everybody? It's Josh from the MTGnoob.com, and rolling into an RTR 8-4 draft. Go ahead and move this over. Okay, so if we look at the cards here, and there's a lantern, which is great, and it's cheap. It's good fixing, but I think the Chainwalker, the Static Caster, I guess those are the two cards. The Crocodile's fine, but I think and the lantern's fine, but I think the Static Caster, we have to focus on winning. The Static Caster is where I like to go. He pings stuff. He's got haste. He's a decent blocker. He's got flash. Just really, really good. So we will grab a Static Caster. This is the best charm, in my opinion, by a reasonably large fashion. It throws down a knight at instant speed. It kills big stuff. It's awesome. But And I wouldn't mind going into Selesnya here. It's so early, but I think the weird is just the way I want to go. This card is really strong, great blocker, can attack well. It's a mana sink, so we'll grab the weird. Looking Izzet here, and I do like to play Izzet. I think it's my strongest play style among the guilds. I'm not a very good aggro player, as some of you have seen on the stream. I miss a point here or there, and so I think Izzet so far. Okay, next we get past the Havoc Festival, which is not really, I mean the card looks cool, but it's just not very good. Hover Barrier is fine. Vassal Soul, decent flyer. There's some good green in here. I like both of these cards pretty well. Not anything incredible. This is just overall a kind of a bad pack. So I don't know whether we want the huge wall or the removal. I'm not really sure what we're doing yet, so I'm tempted to take the removal. And I think I'm going to do that over the wall. Don't know if we want to wall up just yet. So, alright, so let's see here. We've got a Gobbling Ooze. Not what I want to be doing. We've got a couple of other good green cards in here. These are all playables. Pursuit of Flight turns out is pretty doggone good. Maybe we want to run a Grixis thing and have a Dead Reveler. I don't really think that's bad. I hate to pick a Pursuit of Flight this early, though we are clearly in red and green, or red and blue rather. Dead Reveler or Pursuit. I think I'm just going to take the creature. It's still kind of early. Alright, so looking it out, we've got a Skywatch, which is fine. We've got a Guildgate for our color, which is good. But this is a playable creature, and we'll take it over the gate. Okay, we've got a Keyrune in our colors, which is fine. I do like Batterhorn, okay. He's better than you would think. But we'll just grab the Keyrune. I think it's the worst one, but it does make opponents want to block it, so we'll take the Keyrune. Alright, Launch Party is good. I think it's better than a Cobble Brute, though it's not in our color. So it's basically, do we want a Cobble Brute or a Launch Party is what we're looking at. And I think Launch Party is fine. I don't know what we would be launching. It's better in Golgari by a long shot. Cobble Brute is no slouch, though. I think just taking the Launch Party is the way I want to go. Alright, now we really have zero that we can use. We've got a Pyro Convergence. It's not really what I want to be doing. There's a Long Legs. I guess we could technically play that. Yeah, I think it's about the only playable that we've got rolling around in here. Alright, so it's looking like green might be open. I'm just going to grab the Crocodile as the creature. I'm probably just cutting it because I don't want to run green in this deck with two other good solid black playable cards. So it looks like we're getting cut on blue and or red pretty hard. Alright, the Blister Coil weird gets passed to us. I think Mizium Skin is a decent trick. We don't even have any instants or sorceries yet. I'm going to cut the weird though. Might be able to build around that. These cards do work well with Lobber Crew, which is a red card we could happen upon. Alright, a Terrace Worm, a Mind Rot, or a Chorus of Might. Well, Mind Rot is playable. Terrace Worm may be also. It's possible. It's not a very efficient creature and it has a huge scavenge cost, so. Alright, we end up with another long legs, which is fine. So at this point, our black and green cards are more significant than our red and blue cards almost. Swindler, it's fine just to play as a bear unless you're in a pinch. Okay, Cremate is a reasonable sideboard card against a Golgari deck. And a Plains. If you've ever seen, what is that, Treasure Island? It's not Treasure Island. Anyway, this little guy yells, "Deplane, deplane!" Alright, so let's look at what we've got here. We've got a card that is worth a little bit of money. That's great. We've got an Assassin Strike, which is kind of expensive. There's really not a lot in here in our colors. There's a Rune Wing, but the Steam Vents works, and we'll actually play it, so we'll take that. Alright, in this pack we've got a Cryptborn Horror, which is fine, but really only if we're doing damage. The Lobber Crew is maybe more along the lines of what we're doing. There's a Soulsworn Spirit in here also. It's a good way to push through a little damage and detain something. Yeah, with as many multicolored cards as we've got, I think taking we might be splashing red though. Yeah, the Lobber Crew's fine, but we'll just take the Horror. Maybe we'll pick up some Rakdos creatures here. Alright, what do we have? Not a lot. There's the Steed. Got some more removal. We've got a Racketeer. And a Sewer Shambler. This guy's really no slouch. We'll go ahead and hide out the screen. And these two guys, I really don't want to play this Massive Worm. I think the Shambler is just the strongest pick here. We do have another Paralyzing Grasp, which is fine. But we'll take the Shambler here. See if we can get over on somebody with him. Here we've got an Izzet Charm, and this is kind of sad because we've got it in the same pack as a weird. The Charm is so good in Izzet though. Conjured Currency. Is expensive. Wow, this is tough. I do love the weirds. Yeah, and I'm going to take the weird over the charm. It's kind of a tough decision, but I'd rather have strong creatures in the deck. Alright, what do we have here? Not a lot for us again. We've got a Void Wielder, which is fine. There's a Rage Mutt and also a Paralyzing Grasp. I don't mind the Paralyzing Grasp. Taking another one. Void Wielder is good. Yeah, I think Void Wielder is the way I want to go here. Alright, what do we have here? Good red card. Stealer is fine, but we'll be taking the Thug. Probably not going to be playing these long legs, so I'll go ahead and hide them out. Alright, we have a Thought Flare, which is a pretty doggone good card. We've also got a Dead Reveler. I think if we're going to push through damage, we need to have decent creatures in the slot. I think this is an example of one of those creatures. Alright, Stealer is fine here, but we'll be taking a Pursuit of Flight. Card is a lot better than I initially thought. I've lost to it a couple of times already. That's not really what I want to be doing with any type of Unleash. Perilous Shadow blocks fine. Tenement Crasher gets in there. Late. We don't have a lot of late game right now, so I'm fine with taking the big, dumb dude. It has haste. It gets in there. We'll go ahead and hide out this land. The Blister Coil Weird does not appear to be what we're doing. We have decent fixing though. The Electromancer as just a 2-drop bear. Instants and sorceries, which we have very few of. I don't really think that's going to help. We'll take the Aggressor here as a late, quick swinging dude. Maybe catch our opponents off guard. Alright, a Dynacharge or a Mind Rot. I guess we could take a Steed also. Jeez. We'll just take the Dynacharge here. And Mizium Skin is playable. I mean, if we have the Weird, we're going to want to play Dynacharge. Crypthorn Horror, maybe. So I don't really know. Alright, that's decent. I do like having two Frostburn Weirds though. That helps a lot at the beginning of games, especially against any type of aggro. So, alright, I can't tell you how many times I've pulled these Traitorous Instinct Guild Feud combo. Yeah, it's just not good. Teleportal is fine. We're really lacking removal though. Just overall not a very good pack. I do kind of like Traitorous Instinct though, so I think we'll grab that. I don't really want the Shred Freak. I'm not a huge fan, so we'll grab the Trick here. Alright, what do we have? Well, a lot of good cards in here. Skymark Rock is great, but I think just the Assassin is the way we want to go. Want another Aggressor. Batterhorn is fine. Another Pursuit would be fine. And we've got a Gate. I don't really need another Minotaur Aggressor. It's either the Batterhorn, the Gate, or the Pursuit. It looks like we may need some fixing. I'm going to take the Guild Gate here. Not a lot. I mean, there's Deviant Glee, which is fine, but I'm going to take another Gate out of this pack. Make sure that we're fixed for what we're doing. Yeah, Hellhole Flailer. Definitely the way we want to go. That's a great card in Rakdos, so maybe we get through. I like our creatures in the deck. Our removal's pretty weak. If we get a billion mana, we can pull off the old Traitorous Instincts launch party combo, which is probably never going to happen. Let's see what else we could do. So this is 16 creatures. It's not terrible. I mean, the Blister Coil Weird is probably not going to be very relevant, as we've only got 1, 2, 3 instants and sorceries, so I'd like to replace that early. The Tavern Swindler also is not my favorite card ever, but it is a bear, and it does the trick, so I'm not loving these two cards at the end of my curve either, but what are you going to do? Alright, so we end up with a better card in the Predator, which is expensive, but it does work. There's a Guild Gate in here too, but I'm comfortable with 2 and a Steam Vent, so we'll take the Predator. Alright, we've got a Daggerdrome Imp or a Deviant Glee. I think being able to push through damage is important. And we don't really have anything to scavenge onto this. So I'm fine with taking the Deviant Glee here. I'm probably cutting the Mizium Skin. And the Tenement Crasher. So we're at 23 cards. This is weird. I want to play it so bad. It looks cooler than it is in Limited unless you can really pick it early and build around it. And we just haven't seen very much to build around it. Removal in this deck is substandard by a long shot. We got to search the city, which we're not going to be playing. Got a Grim Roustabout, and that may see some play. Alright, let's see here. We get our old guild feud back. Dramatic Rescue is an annoying card. Maybe Street Sweeper if we're seeing a bunch of fatties. Yeah, I'm going to take the playable. I'm actually going to take the Steed here. It's more annoying for us to deal with than the Street Sweeper, and it's possible that we play it. Essence Backlash is fine, but we're not going to play that either. Another Aggressor. Yeah. So this deck is okay. Kind of annoying to play against that card. Not playing the Bellows Lizard. Yeah, that's just not good. Alright, then we'll grab our land. Alright, so what do we want to do with this deck here? Well, we want to play the Key Rune. We'll make sure to play our lands. Let's see, Flailer. We'll put up our card view. There we go. Make it a little easier to see what we're choosing here. Cryptworn Horror, Static Caster. I'm going to try not to play the Blister Coil Weird, as probably not going to make it. Maybe Dynacharge, Pursuit makes it, Thug makes it, Traitorous Instincts. Deviant Glee, maybe a Roustabout, maybe a Tavern Swindler. A Shambler. And our blue. Okay, so we're at 25 cards. We need to cut nothing from this list. Let's look at our mana. We are at 15 creatures, and our curve is really low. So I think we're fine with putting in a late game threat. It's better than, I think, anything else we've got. An Essence Backlash or something of the like. So, yeah, I don't know. I've never played with this card. I've never seen it played. Maybe it's better than I'm thinking. It's kind of expensive. I think I like what we've got, though. I think this is alright. Let's go ahead and add our land. Light on removal. 5, 4, and 5. Let's sort this stuff out here by color. I think I would like to be running maybe 5. Yeah, I'm gonna run 5 swamps, and I think 4 islands. Yeah, I like the way it looks. So we'll go ahead and submit this and see how we do.